That was a big day for me when Christina came to EDPS for the first time since she had left, and to see a friend, because Christina is a friend now, to see a friend come through the school and to see that hesitation and that not wanting to enter our building because of the past. Like it's actually really heartbreaking when you look back at that and how the bravery and the courage that it took to get Christina to come back into our building. And that really hit home with the work that we needed to do. That had to change. But and to see her come in now and she's teaching the math and doing the art, it's just lovely to see. Christina, actually, talking to her, working with her, she opened up all these, pathways that we've been looking for years. Having meetings with elders and actually asking for permission for the work that we're going to do. That never existed before. We never had that communication. And that communication with the elders, it just it's opened doors, and it's really given us a lot of confidence in the work that we're doing. Because a lot of times we weren't quite sure. Are we being appropriate? Are we using appropriation? Are we doing a service or a disservice to our First Nation students? And I found with talking to the elders and being able to ask them questions and show them what we're doing and getting their feedback and their permission, that has really been important to me. And I can see a big difference in the confidence that we have with our school because of that. Yeah, just the fact that we asked for permission. Before, that never happened, and it wasn't even on the radar. It wasn't even available to us. And these meetings have been so beneficial because we talk to elders and we hear about their grandkids at our school. We hear about their experience at our school, and it's really phenomenal to be part of this change that has been happening. And we talk about truth and reconciliation, and to me, to see that we're building bridges and we're talking and we're creating dialogue and we're moving forward together, and that's something that has been missing for many, like for my first years at EDPS, and it's changing so much for the better. I just think with this project, it really opened my eyes. When we bring the Algonquin culture into our classroom, when we bring it into our school, and we show that we really value and it's important, and that the learning that comes from it is phenomenal, and it's like mathematics that I've never dreamed of actually, how the engagement with the kids and how the kids just every day they love it. They love having Christina come in. They love the work. The math is they say we were doing math, like it's so like engaging for them. They love it. And it's also so nice to see it's actually an activity where they're not necessarily always on technology, and there's a lot of hands-on component, and I just love seeing that as well. And kids are just getting the mathematics by doing the beating, discussing, having rich math talks with the kids too. It just the mathematics surfaces, and when we're beating in our room, there's kids from other classes sticking their heads in, trying to come in, and they do come in, and they all want to be part of it, and they want to come in and they want to help the younger kids learn how to beat and pass that on, and like that's really exciting, and it's created quite a buzz, and I can think of many kids over the years that maybe it fell through the cracks, that we lost. And I see some of those kids nowadays with this project, and they're finding a path. They're finding a way. I can think of many kids off the top of my head who, all of a sudden, there was a part of their thinking, a part of who they were, that came out in the work. Their artistry, their mathematics. It just came out where these kids were not. In a regular math class, in a regular class period, they didn't find a place, and a lot of times they seem maybe disengaged. And then all of a sudden with this work, you could see these kids just come alive. They had artistry, they had mathematical thinking that other kids didn't have. So kids that maybe were kind of in a traditional math class were kind of off to the side, now are becoming front and center because they had skills and they had a love of the art, the love of the mathematics that they couldn't access before. And just to see the confidence in these kids and to see it continue as they get older, and they stay with the project and they go to high school, and to see them flourishing at the high school where maybe before we might have lost them.